Get others to do the work for you, but always take the credit. Law 7. Use wisdom, knowledge, and legwork of other people to further your own cause. Not only will such assistance save you valuable time and energy, it will give you a godlike aura of efficiency and speed. In the end, your helpers will be forgotten and you will be remembered. Never do yourself what others can do for you. Now, I see this law as something that you can only do when you already have some level of power in your work, in your environment. Because if you're completely at the bottom of your hierarchy, it's very hard for you to get the work that you need. And most of the time, you're on the other side of this. So, either you can use this law as at the bottom of the hierarchy to avoid people that do this, that would employ you to do their work, and then they would take the credit for it anyways. Or when you already have some level of power, you employ others below you to do work for you and then take the credit for that work. Simple. Law 8. Make other people come to you. Use bait if necessary. When you force the other person to act, you are the one in control. It is always better to make your opponents come to you, abandoning his own plans in the process. Lure him with fabulous gains, then attack. You hold the cards. This law also applies to a lot of seduction of mates. If you've ever heard of guerrilla tactics in war, you wait for the enemy to come to you by staying in one place and knowing that you have the high ground, that you have the better situation, and waiting for them to come to you, because when they come, they abandon their stability, their situation, and pursue you. And when they're the one pursuing you, you have the power in the situation. Or a completely different situation, when in seduction, let's say you're a man trying to seduce a woman, you would maybe not pursue her as much, but interest her in you and then let her pursue you more than you her. Because when we pursue something, that makes our brains think that we want it even more. And so that's how you can do that. Now this use bait if necessary means you can kind of taunt your enemy, tempt them with good or bad. You play with their emotions in a way, like their hope or their envy or their greed, good ones and bad ones. Like You can interest them in some way, like if you know their goals or what they want to achieve, what they strive for in their life or in their situation, you can not outright tell them that that's what they'll achieve from coming to you, but kind of imply it. Or to play with their anger if they're one of those unstable people. Kind of talk behind their back, but in a way that you know that they'll find it out. And if you can start controlling their emotions, like their anger, you will be the one in control because, of course, you are acting on logic and they are acting on their emotions. You always want to be in the situation of power. Law 9. Win through your actions, never through argument. Or, in other words, do, don't say, show, don't tell. Any momentary triumph you think you have gained through argument is really a Pyrrhic victory. Pyrrhic, I don't know this word. The resentment and ill will you stir up are stronger and last longer than any momentary change of opinion. It is much more powerful to get others to agree with you through your actions without saying a word. Demonstrate, do not explicate. Or show, don't tell. Now, when you are arguing with somebody and if it's like an aggressive argument, aggressive like word-wise, feeling-wise, then no one really wins. If you are arguing and you know that you're right, but you are degrading your opponent in the argument in some way, then even if they tell you that you've convinced them or something like that, or they back out of the argument to avoid conflict, you have still not won because they think of you as just some argumentative type that doesn't care about the feelings of the other person. But if you do not degrade your opponent in the argument and just never mind, it's better if there is no argument, or at least make them think that there is no argument and just show them what you mean. Like, if you want them to believe about you that you are strong and powerful and can manipulate people in a way that no one else can, you just show them. You just show them how you climb the hierarchy and manipulate other people to aid you in this climb. You do not say to them, if they believe the opposite, you do not say to them, no, I am powerful, I am manipulative, I am smart, whatever, I am above you. Even if at the end of their argument they will say, all right, you win, you still haven't won. You have to show them, because you can't hurt their feelings. You can, it just won't work. You have to present to them your argument. And then they will change their mind on their own, because that's the only way that someone can change their mind, if they decide to do such on their own. Law 10. Infection. Avoid the unhappy and unlucky. You can die from someone else's misery. Emotional states are as infectious as diseases. You may feel you are helping the drowning man, but you are only participating in your own disaster. The uncomfortable sometimes draw misfortune on themselves. They will also draw it on you. Associate with the happy and fortunate instead. This applies to your whole life. There is a quote or a theory, I don't know who said it, made it up, that you are the average of your 5 closest friends, or the 5 closest people that you spend time with, that you talk with, etc. And if these people are miserable, sad, depressed, and you feel pity for them or something like that, then you will also get infected by their depression and stuff like that. But on the other hand, if you associate yourself with the affluent and the people that have already achieved what you strive to achieve, there is an almost 100% chance that you will achieve that you will become like them if you want to, even if you don't want to. If you talk to people that if you hang with people that are like what you want to become, you will become like them. Simple, I feel. Now, Law 10 is for next time. Lashon Amam.